Leonardo DiCaprio could have become just another teenage heartthrob. But he made one decision that changed everything. After Titanic made him the most famous face on the planet, most actors would have played it safe and cashed in. DiCaprio did the opposite. He turned down massive paychecks to work with the greatest directors alive. Martin Scorsese became his creative partner across half a dozen films, from Gangs of New York to The Departed, The Wolf of Wall Street, and Killers of the Flower Moon. He chased the hardest roles in cinema, from a conflicted criminal in Catch Me If You Can to a brutal frontiersman in The Revenant, the role that finally won him his first Oscar. And he has never stopped. He became a vocal champion of climate action, using his fame for something bigger than box office. Now he is reuniting with Scorsese in a brand new film called What Happens at Night, alongside Jennifer Lawrence. 30 years after Titanic, he is still choosing challenge over comfort. That is not just a career. That is a legacy built one risky decision at a time. Most Hollywood stars slow down as they get older. Tom Cruise did the opposite. At 63, he still hangs off the side of flying planes, drives motorcycles off mountains, and performs stunts that make insurance companies panic. Cruise turned impossible practical stunts into his signature. After a scandal threatened to end his career in the 80s, he came back with Rain Man and Born on the 4th of July, proving he was more than just a pretty face. Then he spent decades as the biggest action star alive. Mission Impossible became the franchise that just refuses to die, with Cruise topping every installment with stunts nobody has ever attempted on screen. But his next chapter is completely different. He is joining Oscar-winning director Alejandro Inarritu for a brand new film called Digger, a risky, artistic departure from his usual blockbusters. Tom Cruise is proof that reinvention is not about becoming someone new. It is about refusing to become ordinary. Zendaya started on the Disney Channel. Now she is one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. From a teen TV show to Emmy-winning drama, to blockbuster franchises, she made every single move count. Euphoria proved she could carry raw, serious television, and made her the youngest actress ever to win 2 Emmys for the same role. Dune proved she could anchor an epic sci-fi saga. And Spider-Man made her a global household name. But the smartest part of her game is her timing. She is never overexposed, every role feels carefully chosen, and she lets the work speak for itself. Her 2026 is almost unfair. The Odyssey from Christopher Nolan. Spider-Man Brand New Day. Dune Part 3. And the drama, alongside Robert Pattinson. 4 major films in one single year. From Disney kid to the most in-demand actress of her generation, Zendaya is the new blueprint for how to grow up in Hollywood without ever losing yourself. Margot Robbie did not just become a Hollywood star. She started building the movies herself. After breaking out in The Wolf of Wall Street, she proved her range in I, Tanya and Bombshell, then took on the entire industry as Harley Quinn. But the real genius move came when she founded her own production company, Lucky Chap, with her partners, so she could champion stories nobody else was making. Instead of waiting for great roles to be offered to her, she started creating them from scratch. She produced Barbie, the biggest hit of 2023, and turned a plastic doll into a billion-dollar global phenomenon, with a message that connected with millions. She has produced everything from raw dramas to blockbuster comedies, proving she understands the business as well as the craft. Now she is producing and starring in an Ocean's prequel and a brand new adaptation of Wuthering Heights. Margot Robbie understood something most actors never do. The safest career move is to control your own future. She is not waiting for Hollywood. She is building it. Scarlett Johansson started acting as a child. But becoming Black Widow was not the end of her story, it was only the beginning. She spent years proving herself in independent films like Lost in Translation and Marriage Story, while simultaneously dominating the biggest franchise on the planet. Black Widow made her a superhero icon, but she always kept one foot in serious, award-winning cinema. And just like Margot Robbie, she learned the power of producing and controlling her own projects. She also fought publicly for what she believed in, taking on a giant studio and winning, showing that she could stand up for herself outside of the movies too. Now she is choosing bold, unexpected roles that nobody would have predicted. She will star in Ari Aster's terrifying new film Scapegoat, and she is attached to a brand new Exorcist film. From child actress to Marvel legend to producer, Scarlett Johansson has reinvented herself 3 times over. And she is showing absolutely no signs of slowing down. Ryan Reynolds discovered something most actors never do. He could make more than just movies. After years of being the charming guy who never quite broke through, Reynolds found his true power in marketing himself. He bought a small gin company called Aviation Gin, and his comedic ads turned it into a massive global brand. He bought Mint Mobile, and became famous for personally announcing its sale for over $1 billion. Then he built Maximum Effort, a marketing and production company that turns his own jokes into real business deals. And through all of it, he kept making movies. Deadpool became one of the biggest franchises in history, breaking box office records and making the anti-hero a global icon. And he is already planning another Deadpool movie. Ryan Reynolds turned his sense of humor into an empire worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Most actors just star in movies. He owns the entire game around them. His career nearly collapsed. Then one role changed everything. Robert Downey Jr. went from Hollywood's golden boy to prison to completely blacklisted. No studio would insure him. He was written off as a lost cause. Then in 2008, a role nobody believed in became his salvation. Iron Man was not just a movie, it was a rebirth. He did not just play Tony Stark, he became him, and audiences could not look away. He became the heart of the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe for over a decade, earned over $500 million, and won an Oscar for his incredible comeback. But the greatest twist is still happening. At D23, a brand new trailer revealed that Downey is returning to Marvel, not as Iron Man, but as the villain Doctor Doom in Avengers Doomsday. From rock bottom to the most beloved hero in cinema, and now to its greatest villain. Robert Downey Jr. is the greatest comeback Hollywood has ever seen. 7 stars. 7 completely different journeys. DiCaprio chose art. Cruise refused to slow down. Zendaya grew up in the spotlight. Robbie built her own studio. Johansson reinvented herself 3 times. Reynolds turned humor into a business. And Downey climbed back from rock bottom. But they all have one thing in common. They refuse to stay the same. So here is the question. Which of these 7 had the greatest Hollywood transformation? Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Cruise, Zendaya, Margot Robbie, Scarlett Johansson, Ryan Reynolds, or Robert Downey Jr.? Drop your answer in the comments and let the debate begin.